Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, direct from our newsroom, otherwise known as my compost heap. Let's see what stories are working on this week. Got my license plate hidden in the compost heap. Hey, starting next week, you might want to put your license plate in my compost heap too, because the plate hunter is back. That's the trucks they send out from the city with a marshal riding along sideways like a cowboy, and they scan your license plate, and if you owe taxes or if you owe back parking tickets, they were towing away your car. The program's come back next week, but there were problems with it, and they fixed the program somewhat. First of all, they're not going to tow everybody. They're just going to tow the people who owe back taxes. If you owe parking tickets, they're going to use this new claw that's like a club on steroids. Keep your car in place till you pay them off a lot of money. There are other improvements they announced this week to the program after a series of exposés in the Independent. They're going to look at the way cars are auctioned, because now there have been some scams in how they're sold. They're going to broaden the pool of who's a marshal, because we found that the marshals they hire are from out of town with these political connections, raise money for the mayor. They're going to broaden the pool. They're going to train the marshals better to try to guard against, and certify them too, cases of favoritism or just rudeness with the public. All good changes. Let's see what else we're looking at. Oh, here's a hammer. Have you been noticing that they've been hammering all these foreclosure sale signs all around town because of a foreclosure crisis, how it's being sold, people losing their homes? Well, another good plan after a lot of hard work was done and unveiled this week by the city. They brought together people from important nonprofits like Community Loan Fund, like Neighborhood Housing Services, Yale Legal Clinic, and they came with a plan to try to get in front of this housing foreclosure crisis. They've identified 4,000 people with subprime mortgages who are at risk of losing their homes right now. They're going to knock on those doors. They're going to enlist ministers, neighborhood workers, aldermen, and say, hey, we want to tell you, get in on this early. We're going to help you keep your home. And here are some places you can go to get help, and here are some scammers to watch out for. And in cases where it's far gone, the houses are gone, and neighborhoods are going down the tubes, more abandoned houses, they're going to try to raise money to buy those houses early and then turn them into more productive hands. Good work. Now, that's two major plans the city came up with in response to a problem that was identified. Good work. Now, no plans are perfect. I personally have some criticisms of the plan, like the towing plan. They left in a marshal who raises a lot of money for the mayor, who has a record of being really rude or inappropriate with the public. He should be booted. He was already booted in his hometown of North Haven, because at the very basis there's a conflict of interest, but politics gets in the way in New Haven. Same with the foreclosure plan. They want to negotiate with Deutsche Bank, which has 12% of all these foreclosure suits in the city. That'll be hard. They're based in Germany. Good luck. Hope they do succeed. But in the meantime, they're doing nothing about the Water Pollution Control Authority, which is on this foreclosure tear, setting their predatory lawyers out to pile up these legal fees on people already in danger of losing their homes, the way that Yale New Haven used to do till City Hall was part of stopping them. Well, the mayor appointed that foreclosure task force. The mayor's fingerprints are on the deal that made the WPCA a private entity and therefore out of our control so they could prey on our citizens. But overall, the big picture is city government did respond this week in two important ways to challenges faced in our community. We say thumbs up. What else we got here? Hey, the New Haven Register. You know, people have been talking about the Register. Might be sold, might go out of business. Their debt is so big they got delisted from the stock exchange. You know, but they don't have many reporters left. They're good reporters. But they still seem to break every important story in the whole world. At least they say so. Like here, Obama running for president, as the New Haven Register first reported. Polygamous sect abused underage boys, as reported only in the New Haven Register. Moses splits the Red Sea. They break that one. Here, they said after the news broke, says the Register, people crossed to the other side. News broke. They must have broken that one too. Who knows? If you can't report it, you can distort it. Until next time, this is the New Haven Independent Vlog. Remember, always pick up or read your trash.